Welcome to another edition of ETE. Oh, if he would have fell, I would have died laughing. I would have not stopped laughing to the end of the show because you were going down. Welcome to another edition of ETE, Everything Else, where we cover clearly everything else. I am one of the hosts, Marcus, the Grand Finale, and I'm joined by not one, not two, but three faces of Jemal.
You already know. Host of the Mid-Pod Mess podcast, also one half of everything else here on this channel.
Right here. Look at him. No hat this week. The mustache look is gone. He has the beard. The beard is kind of coming back. The real shooters. And we do have so much to talk about. We have the G1 coming to a climax, G1 32 coming to an actual climax. We have Impact Emergence. Jemal, I'll leave it up to you. What do you want to start with? What do you want to talk about? Because the G1's coming up. It's coming to an end right around the corner. I know our thumbnail is Emergence, but whatever.
Look, man, we could talk Emergence first because you were already emerged into Emergence, so let's get everything going on with that.
I was like waiting deep. I was down deep, and then I jumped up and I did full Emergence. Here's Eric in the chat. We want to bring up happy anniversary, sir.
Oh, yes. Happy anniversary, my guy.
Yep.
Happy anniversary.
I'm sure this is exactly how your wife wanted to spend it, right here with you watching everything else. Where we talk about wrestling that like maybe only a few 100,000 Americans watch. And I'm sure you have seen none of it. But this is what this show's here to do. Update you on the world of wrestling that's going on outside of WWE, outside of AEW. And we're going to start off with the countdown show where there's the only title change of the night. New tag team champs with the Virtuosa, Diana Peraza, and I'm blanking out who her partner is at this very second.
Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona's wife, his missus.
Who renewed their vows, but Matt Cardona got a piece of cutter to the face at GCW.
Courtesy of Nick Cage. Nick Cage.
Who's on his way to, have his last match with Moxley? I don't think he's going to make it.
I hope he makes it. I really do.
I mean, make it. I mean, I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna beat John Moxley. I think he's done.
I mean, that's up to him. That's totally up to him. Like, Matt Cardona is one of those people who was told no a lot, and for him to come out and be the star that he is right now, and people are not going to agree with me. I don't even agree with the statement, but fucking he has emerged into this something bigger than what he originally was. Nobody cares about a Zack Ryder no more. It's all about Matt Cardona, and that's what I like to see, especially like whether he was babyface, whether he's heel. Matt Cardona made himself like he's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Like Harley Race held that belt, Dusty held that belt, Ric Flair held that belt.
It's to the point where, how WWE is going, Triple H may even bring up the NWA title and talk about his prestigiousness and bring up Manny's fan wrestler, Nick Aldis. But let's continue to the show. The show opened up with Speedball Mike Bailey versus... I should have brought my notes. What am I doing? I didn't even put
I'm drawing a blank on who he faced, but he did end up retaining. This is good for Mike Bailey to be like he's trying to do what Trey Miguel was doing last year with the X Division Championship. Like X Division Championship lately has fallen on the wayside because not everybody is like jacking whoever the champion is at the time. So he's got to build up a legacy. That's basically what he's trying to do here. He did a good job with his match. He recently faced Kushida last week and won. So he's getting up there.
He's building up a rep. He's building up a good rep. And the person he fought, when you said jacking, it immediately hit me in the head. Even before I saw the results, it was Jack Evans. Former of Italy of Impact.
Look, keep this out, okay? Jack Evans without Angelico doesn't matter, and vice versa.
Oh, come on. Jack Evans has been wrestling 5,000 years doing the same style and like as long as he has without tearing up his knees. He's wrestling, I feel like it's just as long as AJ Styles is still doing the same flips that he's doing. And I'm impressed. I still like him. I still like Jack Evans.
Rey Mysterio is doing it better and in a bigger
now,
company.
Rey Mysterio, if you watch him now, can keep up with people these days. Bit washed though, compared to how he used to be. He was so much more faster and
something years old or 40, 48.
He's in his late 40s. He's in his late 40s. Jack Evans is up there. I would say Jack Evans is in his 40s. I'm not gonna look up how old Jack Evans is, but they as JR was saying, they had a barn burner, nonstop action, a lot of flips, a lot of kicks. Mike Bailey wins by flipping and jumping on his back with his knees, which is his finisher. I forget what it's called, but it's death. It's just death.
Yeah, I'm not getting hit. I'm not even trying to take a hit. That
no.
It's from the knees, from the top rope, as you flipping, like the momentum and all of that. No, I'm good.
I swear to God, if my back, which I do get back trouble every now and then, though. If I could go up to Mike Bailey, was like, if you can do that one time, my back is hurting. There we go.
Mike Bailey's chiropractor services. Oh man!
Yeah, and thanks for Eric doing research that Jack Evans is 40 years old. Yeah, it's impressive that he's still going around doing it at 40, still the same style, no change up whatsoever. Next was they did not put this in order at all. They did not put this in order. Sami Callihan and Steve Macklin had a match scheduled. Match did not happen because they decided to fight each other before, and then they fought around the arena, and this match will happen later. But I'll bring it up now just because it was going to happen. They skipped ahead and was like, we're just going to do the other match. Fuck it. These guys are out of control.
They had to get control.
But I'm going to just jump to this match right now. Of all the matches on the show, this is probably my least favorite, maybe because it's more just the hardcore style. And as I was telling you in the pre-show, I don't honestly know why the hell they were trying to kill each other for what reason. And Jemal, as you explained to me in the pre-show, explain to the people why these two wanted to kill each other, because I didn't understand why it was escalated to, I need to kill this guy right now. Because I think things escalated really quickly. Swifter was involved. Hey, Swifter!
So Sami Callihan hasn't been around the Impact for a minute, and that was a attribution to the rivalry that he had with Moose. Basically, like one of his first matches back, he fought against Steve Macklin. Macklin ended up winning the match, but by underhanded tactics, doing a full heel turn. He was a babyface, and then he turned heel after the Honor No More business. But then lately, every time that they would have their beef, then Moose would be around, so happened to be around, and Macklin and Moose would be jumping on Sami Callihan. So then, Sami Callihan believes that Macklin is working with Moose, but as Moose keeps saying in interviews, I'm not with this guy. I am just me. It's not me and Macklin. It's just me. I don't care about Macklin. I don't care about Callihan. I don't care about none of y'all. Leave me alone.
I'm not a member of the Forgotten Sons. I am one man. Okay. So they ended up trying to kill each other for the most part, and there was zip ties, and yep. Zip ties. Ill-advised chair shots to the head, in which Sami Callihan, I think, threw the chair at Macklin's head at least 30 times, and I was like, why? Why are you doing this?
So that zip tie spot is kind of crazy because Steve Macklin, he's a former United States Marine. I am also a United States Marine. We're both combat veterans. We use zip ties to tie up those freaking bad guys so that way we can give them the investigation and interrogation. So for him to use the zip ties was kind of crazy. I was like, whoa, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
You're going
Look, you're going a little far. I know where you're going with this. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're out, man. You're out right now. You're not serving the country.
But for Sami Callihan to use the zip ties on Macklin, that was just crazy. And then, he hit him like it was Mankind 99. So. Yeah,
that's what it was going on. I felt like I got rocking Mankind vibes. It was like, he's just going to keep hitting them. This is not going to go well for Macklin here. Macklin loses to the Death Machine. At the end of the day, I don't think I'm a Sami Callihan guy. I'm just fine, but it's just he's alright.
So you're not giving him a thumbs up. You're giving him a thumbs down.
He's a thumbs down. In the scale of all the hardcore guys out there, I feel like I can always do better. I feel like I can always get one guy better. I don't believe him as a Death Machine. All
right, so look, there's only one great hardcore wrestler out there, and his name was Crash Holly.
That's the day hardcore wrestling died when Crash got off the game. Thanks, Bob Holly, for bringing us that. Moving on. Violent by Design versus Chris Sabin and Kushida teaming up in place of Alex Shelley because Alex Shelley had the main event match. But this match was just there. It was fine. It was a good match. Kushida, it's rare if he can have a bad match or even Chris Sabin. But it had no real like overarching purposes at the end of the day. It was just more like, oh, we're having a match here against Eric Young and his crew. And it was this is what's going on here.
So the pairing of Kushida and Chris Sabin is basically the fake version of a tag team because, Alex Shelley and Kushida are the time splitters. But this was like time splitters 1.9, one point middle. I don't know what the fuck
the extension of a Motor City Machine Guns, like the substitute player or whatever. Like I need it back up.
It wasn't the real time splitters, which is why VBD did win.
So good victory for them. It's been a while since I've seen Violent by Design actually win. Because on the last few pay-per-views, they've just took L's, basically. Moving on. Next match. Honor No More. Fighting basically to keep the name Honor No More and not to be disbanded versus the American edition of the Bullet Club. That is the Hikuleo. Whenever Hikuleo's involved, it's the American version. Chris Bay, Ace Austin, and the Good Brothers in a match that was basically the exact same match as AEW's Anarchy in the Arena because they were just fighting everywhere. And I thought the camera work in the match was really good. They didn't miss anything. It's a smaller venue, so they were able to get around. But I thought it was an epic match. I honestly didn't know what was going to happen. I thought this could be the end of Honor No More because fuck Honor No More, in my opinion. What are you guys representing? You're not Ring of Honor is basically at the point it's owned by Tony Khan. What are you representing at this point? This invasion is over. But they won.
Bullet Club been letting me down for the past weeks, and it will continue as we talk about it in the G1. But talking about them right now. Actually, we are talking about them right now. They fucked up. They lost. They lost to Honor No More. But it's okay because everybody in Honor No More, aside from PCO, I'm not saying PCO isn't talented, but he's just old as fuck. Everybody in Honor No More is very talented. And I want to see Matt Taven do well in Impact.
You're the only person I've ever heard someone say Matt Taven do well.
I want to see Mike Bennett do well in Impact. I want to see Kenny King. I mean, Kenny King's been doing well in Impact on anywhere that he goes. He needs to get the respect that he deserves. I mean, I don't even know where's Kenny King lie. Is he in La Faction and Gobernables? Is he in Honor No More? What the fuck are you? He's a man with no flag. He's just joining groups. He's A&M with Red Titus. He's a bachelor on fucking ABC 7. Like, remember that?
He's a stripper at Chippendales in Vegas. He's gambling 3-card poker next to me. This motherfucker's been everywhere for years. And then, in this story, which may have been a spoiler early on, could have been Heath Slater's plan to take out all of Honor No More. But Bullet Club had an opportunity to do it already today. Kenny King and Heath Slater, or Heath, are just going around fighting each other, or got attacked after Kenny King cut a promo and surprise attacked him, jumped in the crowd, saying he's going to kill everybody. And Honor No More. It doesn't matter what happens in the match tonight. But I was like, no, it does. If you got involved, Honor No More is done. You can win them. You can get them out of there. But I'm assuming he didn't want to help Bullet Club.
Nah, it's nothing like oh, I'm Heath. I'm gonna try to join the Bullet Club. He joins the Bullet Club. That would be fun. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Switchblade, listen to me. Okay? The real sharpshooter. Don't put Heath in the Bullet Club, God damn it. Don't do it.
I can't see that. If he does and he goes into the American Bullet Club, it's scrapple. It's all over the American Bullet Club.
I'm gonna have to get this shit removed.
Oh, yeah, it's personal against personal. Out of here.
But no. So Heath Slater's beef with Honor No More is basically because when Honor No More first came, they fucking took his ass out. They took Rhino out. Steve Macklin is another one of those names. Rich Swann, who I've been seeing in abundance. Fucking Willie Mack has been gone. That's all Honor No More's fault. So, yeah, that's why he wants revenge.
Manny had a question. Why do you care about the American class of the Bullet Club? It's just because it's all Bullet Club.
Still Bullet Club. It's just like if like Elon Musk is trying to buy your Manchester United, are you still gonna like you know what I'm saying? Like if he makes a Manchester United and then puts them in an American league that's not Manchester United, but it's like owned, it's the same thing. Supporting your team.
Mr. Eric had a question. It's
no nostalgia. It's no nostalgia. They keep revamping themselves every 3 or 4 years, like since its inception. And you can tell by the leadership. Each leadership that changes, that's a new era. And right now, it's the Switchblade era.
Yeah, and who knows where they're at right now, because we're gonna learn after the G1 what's going on in Bullet Club and all these other factions coming up in a little bit. Moving on, next match. One of my favorite matches of the night, Bandito versus Ray Horus, random ass AAA match happening on this show for no reason.
Just no reason whatsoever. We need Lucha Libre. Get the Lucha guys.
Bring out Bandito. I feel like that's been every show recently, and no matter who you are, whether you're New Japan, AAA, or whatever.
AEW.
Bandito's been on every single goddamn show. And I'm not going to say
he's just missing WWE.
This week, NXT 2.0, Bandito versus Van Wagner, Worlds Collide, or whatever. But I honestly, at this point, can see it. And he hasn't disappointed. Bandito's been out there doing his damn thing, and this was no different. They had a hell of a match, back and forth, lucha style, like just fun. Nonstop. From the gate, they look like they're two guys just having fun. And even to the point where he's wiping his hands on the referee because it was way too much. I guess sweat, oil, whatever. He was like, "Hey, I gotta climb these ropes. You better get over here."
Would you be remiss if I told you that he is literally coming off of the injury and then doing all of those shows after coming from injury?
No, I would not know that. Now. That's
the crazy thing. He's doing all these high impact, high good ass matches, and he just came off an injury. So shout out to Bandito.
Bandito, shout out for just working your ass off and got to make that money up. It seems like that's why he's on all these shows. I'm making all this money out, everything I missed, because tune in tomorrow where Bandito wrestles everybody again. I saw an advertisement for another show that's it's a lucha show. Bandito's on the card again. He's not missing a single show across the world. Like he's on everything.
Almost damn near. I'm waiting for him to be on Rev Pro talking about Bandito specialist. What? But weren't you in Mexico? How you in Britain now? Like,
wait, you got a match in Japan right now? What the fuck, Bandito? You're fighting for the Super. All right. Do your thing, man. Just I don't know how you get around. It must be two of you at this point. The co-main event: Jordan Grace versus the Malaysian baddie, the HNI.
What a match!
What a match!
What a match! Somebody we got to give a round of applause because those two
people. I guess it's a round. I don't know what constitutes a round of applause.
They killed it. They killed it in there. Jordan Grace is an absolute beast. Mia Yim shows why she should have never been let go, but the story isn't their match. The story is Masha Slamovich coming down to the ring, looking at Jordan Grace in the face and saying, "I got next." Now
handed her the contract with the picture with the blood on there, talking about I'm next. And looks good. Oh no, every time I see Masha Slamovich, I go, if that's your real name, Slamovich. How dare you? It just
I've
sounds like
seen
Slamovich.
I've seen Masha Slamovich live. I've seen her at that WCW show that I was at, the women the
Crush
women's night
Wednesday.
out shit and the Battle Club Pros. I've seen her on freaking HOG. She's like a New York original like indie person, so
Yeah.
it's insane to see her on Impact live and direct facing all these high caliber athletes. I don't want her to face Jordan Grace at like Victory Road. I would rather wait for that match at Bound for Glory, but just keep her in the forefront.
I 1000% see it happening at Victory Road. I don't know if it's going to make it to Bound for Glory. Although they can continue the storyline if they want to. They can go to. They're not too far apart. Jordan Grace is, as Montez Red Cup said, get out of here. Jordan Grace is just the younger Natty. It's not really. I think she's a lot better than Natty, a lot stronger than Natty, a lot faster than Natty, has more charisma than Natty in the ring. Like when Jordan Grace comes out to wrestle, it's more. It's pretty much must see. 100% disagree with you.
The difference between Natty and Jordan Grace is that Jordan Grace is American and Natty's Canadian. That's literally the difference.
I disagree. I'm more interested in what Jordan Grace is doing than what Natty's doing. I think
it's
Jordan Grace
it's white women doing white women things, man. They both have OnlyFans. They both they're both doing it. They have husbands that are the side piece, the secondary, and it's crazy that Jonathan Gresham is the secondary to Jordan Grace. Like it's madness to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I also, as talented as Jonathan Gresham is, I would be more intimidated by Jordan Grace walking up to me and saying, like, oh shit, you want to fight? Than Jonathan Gresham, who I feel like I'd be like, man, get out my way, man. I don't got time for this. But this was a hell of a match. As recommended, you guys said, if it wasn't for the main event, this would be probably my favorite match of the night, which the main event was Alex Shelley, for the first time, get a world title shot in his 20 plus years involving with Impact Wrestling against Josh Alexander. Going to this match, you said you didn't know what to expect, if there might be a clash of styles or whatnot. How did this work out for you?
I mean, it worked out okay for me. I mean, like, knowing Alex Shelley, knowing his work, knowing who he's worked with, Josh Alexander the same, and recently seeing Josh Alexander's evolution, especially after getting the fucking title taken away from him from Moose. From that time all the way to now, it's like a different Josh Alexander altogether. The walking weapon has definitely earned his name, but this was not a walking weapon kind of match. This was an Alex Shelley match. Josh Alexander beat Alex Shelley in an Alex Shelley match. That's because he got called a Mark.
You call it Mark. I'm standing in the ring. You're standing in the ring from Alex Shelley, who's everybody ripped off, and I'll be standing across the ring from a Mark, and I'm going like, what the fuck? And this was fast paced, nonstop. No pun intended. Total nonstop action, hard hitting, going all out for it. Probably my favorite Josh Alexander match since he's become or re-became world champion, because the other matches were just kind of like, and then there was a part of twinkle when I was like, Alex Shelley has no chance. So you watching the match, Alex Shelley might win this damn thing, especially when they introduce the first time title shot, Alex Shelley, which that would piss me off. Like, man, back up, don't try to shake me.
Just imagine if Alex Shelley actually ended up winning the Impact World Championship. What a milestone for his career to be. Like, he's one of the originals in TNA. Like,
yeah,
for real.
And
like,
I've always been disappointed about his career. I've always thought that he had potential to be either, X Division champion, have long run with that, or heavyweight champion. Just like he has no memorable run. He's more remembered as a tag wrestler, either Motor City Machine Guns or Time Splitters. And when he was first coming up, I was always going like, that's the next Intercontinental champ. He reminded me of a young Jericho and everything like that. Like, he had all this momentum, and then suddenly he just became pigeonholed to like tag wrestler. And it's always been a disappointing career. I still think he still has a chance to like do something eventually, but It never kind of worked out for him. Even Chris Sabin has been world champion, which I'm upset about that he's been world champion. Alex Shelley has not.
You have to think of the time that Chris Sabin became world champion, and then also who he went against. Chris Sabin won the world title against Austin Aries. Okay, he didn't win against like Rhino. He didn't win against like Abyss. Like you know what I mean? Like it's the time. It's the timing. And
I just had flashbacks of TNA and just all the years of world champions because you said Rhino and all that. I was like, oh shit, he didn't beat Matt Morgan.
Yeah, he didn't beat nobody like Matt Morgan, or he didn't beat like, you know, not saying that he couldn't, but like, you know, the like Kurt Angles, Booker T's, fucking Nick Aldis, it counts in a way. Freaking AJ Styles counts in a way because he's a heavyweight now. Like, you know, the Samoa, like he didn't beat Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
No, he beat Austin Aries. It's like his weight class is right there.
But all the people who came out that X Division class, Aries, Styles, Roderick Strong, and whoever else was involved in all that back in the day, I always thought Shelley was the guy. I thought Shelley was one of those same guys, and he just never was on that level. And I'm glad he at least got a title shot, and he proved why he could have been a main event guy, because this match was the best match of the night. And if I was a Dave Meltzer kind of guy, it's a 5-star type of match. I recommend people check this one out. And it's like, damn, this is
Alex Shelley did what Heath couldn't do in WWE.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, but
Heath Slater will never be WWE champion, and his compadres were.
I like how it switched on Heath. I thought about this when he came out in the Kenny King segment, how it flipped on him of Drew McIntyre and Jinder both being released, and he was the last one, to him now being released, those two both being back in WWE and both being world champions.
And what has he shown for it?
Nah, he's just bigger now. He's bigger. He's just bigger. It's nothing really changed anything else. But Emergence was a really good show. I feel like there were 2 matches I probably would take out. The even though I didn't hate them, I didn't really hate it. The Death Machine, and then the Violent by Design match, but it was still a good show all around. Like, it was well balanced.
It's worth the watch. I give it a fucking, like, if I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a 4-star, maybe like a 3.5 or something like that.
Yeah, I'll put it around there, 3.5, maybe a 4, because the co-main events were really good. They really just tore the house down, just traditional wrestling matches. Now, let's go into what I failed to catch up on this morning, because apparently I was tired and just slept like a baby.
You got hit with that dose of fatigue.
Fatigue
is everyone.
Yeah, I got hit with exhaustion. But I feel great now doing the show. This is rare. Look, when I come on, I'm like, oh, look at me.
Look, man. I know that you were looking at Scarlett, and Killer Cross came and he said you got to pay the toll. So that's what happened. You have to pay the toll. He put you night. TikTok. Everyone pays the toll. TikTok.
I was watching too much of the Sandman. Maybe that's what really happened. But check that out on Netflix for those who want to watch a good show. That's a pretty solid show. But G1, Jemal, give us an update because we're coming up to the conclusion. And as El Luchador said, gas, what are we looking at? Maybe an all-Gaijin main event at Wrestle Kingdom? Who knows?
So it's really crazy. And we had this discussion before the show started. How long-term storytelling works in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, just everything that encompassed in the G1 by itself, the Bullet Club on Bullet Club madness that happened,
just comedy,
the comedy shit that they've been doing with each other, the development of rivalries that are going to be pushed after the G1 and beyond, or during the G1 and beyond. That's going to be a thing. The AEW partnership, because Lance Archer being with Suzuki Gun and everything of that nature. So that ties in. Also mentioning FTR without having them on the show. So that way the IWGP Tag Team Championships are going to be around. Like, I know I might be like kind of dragging this on, but like, it's important that I put in perspective, like, you know, the storytelling of New Japan Pro Wrestling, because they really know how to subtly take everything and encompass it together to make you want to see what's going to happen. Wrestle Kingdom is in January the 4th, and I'm already looking forward to it right now. That's crazy. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going to happen aside from when the G1 Climax winner, which is going to happen this morning or tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. However you look at it, wherever you're at.
Wherever you're going to watch it at. Tomorrow
Hours
at
away.
such and such time, you're going to know who is going to Wrestle Kingdom. We already know that the IWGP champion is Jay White, and he's going to face whoever that winner of that briefcase is, or the G1 Climax 32 trophy is going to be. So, but going into the night before, not tonight, but the night before, these were the last matches that was considered to be who's going to win their blocks. Like, who's the last of the Mohegans of their blocks. So, in the end, the winners of each block, and I'm going to go backwards from D to A. The winner of Block D, Will Ospreay.
Hey, there you go.
Was the winner of Block D because of a win that he had against Shigo. A win. Oh, we lost Marcus. We lost him. Hold up. Let me be the grand finale this time because I'm talking. All right, so the Will Ospreay was the winner. Hold up.
I swept my mouse a little too fast, I guess. It went backwards. I went, what?
Let me go back. All right, so Will Ospreay wins D block because of a win that El Phantasmo had against Shigo Takagi. Yes, El Phantasmo defeated Shigo Takagi, and that caused Shigo to get kicked out of his block. Phantasmo was already out because of the Will Ospreay win against Juice Robinson. He's the winner of D block. C block winner was Tetsuya Naito.
Coming from behind. He had a rough start.
C block out of nowhere. And he started off weak as hell. He lost the first two matches of his whole G1. And that's another thing that I love about this tournament is that it doesn't matter how you start. It's only a matter how you finish. You know, you got to finish strong. B block winner, Tama Tonga.
Didn't see that coming.
Tama Tonga, with a win over Jay White, wins the block. The undefeated Jay White at the time, and then he beats Jay White for Jay White's one and only loss in this whole tournament, and now Jay White's out and Tama is in.
That's bullshit. I feel like saying that. But it is the story that, you know, he had to eliminate the Bullet Club. He defeated the Bullet Club leader because since he's been pretty much excommunicated out of his own group.
A turnaround of sweet revenge that was like, it's just insane to me. And then I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming at all.
You telling me this? I still don't believe that. I was like, wait. You said Tama Tonga won because I assumed Jay White was winning that block no matter what. Like,
I mean, like,
I thought Tama Tonga was gonna have a good start and then eventually just get knocked off by whoever.
With the way that the point system works, Tama Tonga worked his way back to be right there, tied with Jay White. So all Jay White had to do was win his match, and then he won the block, but he lost, which gave Tama the edge of winning because it was like 1 point that he needed to go ahead of Jay, and he got the 2 points by beating Jay. So he literally lost by 1 point.
That's my problem with being I couldn't be a booker. Like, you know, you can fantasize book about any promotion. I couldn't be a New Japan booker because it's too much math. Like, I gotta figure out, oh shit, if he loses one more, I can't do that. Let me do this. Like, I feel like I'll fuck up the math in the G1 and be like,
let me go back to the D block real quick. So the D block was dangerously close of having something called the Chaos Project go down in effect because everybody was literally tied. All Will Ospreay had to do was lose and then Phantasmo win. So Phantasmo did win, but if Ospreay lost, then the next night that we would talk about after that would have been a 7-way kerfunkel. Has
there been a tie like that?
There's never been in the history of history. So that's why it was really complex. It was really interesting looking at that D block because it would have been a 7-way whatever the fuck to see who's going to be the leader of the D block. But because Will Ospreay won his match and El Phantasmo beat Takagi, that's why Ospreay wins his block. So recapping, D block is Will Ospreay. Naito, who beat Zack Sabre Jr. in with a roll up basically, and Zack Sabre Jr. got incensed and was pissed off and throwing tables, throwing chairs. He was tight because the way he lost. So that's how Naito won his block. And then back to what I was saying about Tama Tonga beating Jay White in the B block to win the B block was insane to me. And the winner of the A block, with no surprise in anyone's voice, is going to be Kazuchika Okada.
I'm shocked. I thought he was just going to fall off. I thought
won the A block. So now
the block.
Now that everybody knows who's the winner of each block, we go back to we're going forward into night 2, which is the B block and the A block facing off against each other, and then the C block and the D block facing off against each other. And the winner of this block is going to go tomorrow or the next day.
Hours. It's 48 hours.
The G1 Climax tournament.
All right, of the final 4, Naito, Ospreay, Okada, and Tama Tonga, who do you have coming out and going into Wrestle Kingdom?
Well, it's not over yet because the blocks the finals have been decided already. The finals is here. So the winner of the C block D block match, Will Ospreay versus Naito, who for the first time ever they faced off against each other in singles competition, which was crazy.
For real? Never happened.
Never happened until
never happened. That's
never happened ever. Never.
Not like in a random G1 match or anything like that. Not a little bit on the Indies. Nowhere.
The first time that they went
randomly in Mexico.
They've wrestled against each other in tag matches, but on one-on-one situation. Because remember, Ospreay was a junior for the longest time. So when he got to heavyweight, he was trying to make his bones and stuff like that. And his focus was more on Okada, who he's never beaten in singles competition. Remember I said this. Will Ospreay and Tetsuya Naito have a fucking classic G1 kind of match, and Ospreay comes out on top. So Ospreay's in the finals.
Okay.
Tama Tonga
okay.
versus Kazuchika Okada. A block versus B block. Okada wins.
Let me talk about this. Let me talk about that. Okada just wins. There's no drama. Okada
there's nothing to go against. I mean, Tama Tonga got his win against Jay White. That was his climaxing moment. He was in the semifinals, so he can take it as, I'm out of Bullet Club. I myself, without the Bullet Club, made it to the semifinals. What else can I do? And if you go on New Japan, the interviews on YouTube and stuff like that, you'll see him cut this. If we have wings, you can never know if you could fly if you never jump off the ledge type. He cut a great promo.
You didn't tell me on that because it made it sound like it was Warren G and regular. If I have wings, I could fly. Maybe contemplate.
It's not if I could fly promo. Like, just watch that promo and you'll understand what I'm saying.
I believe I could fly. I believe that's what the promo said. Came on to me. I was like, okay, he got wings. He got wings.
So the final for tomorrow, Okada versus Ospreay. Back to what I was saying about long-term storybook telling. 2 years ago, Will Ospreay denounced himself from Out of Chaos. Who's the leader of Chaos? Kazuchika Okada. He denounced himself out of Chaos and made his own faction, the United Empire, who is doing fantastic things right now. Francisco Akira and TJP are the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis of Aussie Open just won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Tag titles. Will Ospreay himself is the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion and the IWGP United States Champion. Will Ospreay has won everything that you can win in New Japan except one thing: the G1 Climax. Who is in his way? the one man that he has not defeated in single competition yet, Kazuchika Okada.
Do you have him doing it? Do you have him beating him? That's the number one thing. Do you have him beating him? This time. And I got Ospreay winning. And you know what? They actually have another opportunity for more gold. Ospreay is in the trios tournament with AEW currently with the Aussie Open. If they win that one, which they're not winning. They're not winning that one. They can have all the belts, but I don't think they can have those belts. I don't think Tony's gonna be like, all right, cool. I don't give it to these New Japan guys.
FTR got some problems coming their way because Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale want those belts. Great O'Khan, Jeff Cobb want those belts. You got niggas in AEW that wants the IWGP or the Ring of Honor belts. So they got a lot of problems headed their way, but they don't care. They even in Mexico, they're calling, hey, they got a shot at our gold. So
it's gonna be a fall for FTR one of these days when they lose all their titles. It's gonna hurt.
FTR just doing the damn thing, but for how long? Can only be at the top for so long. I've watched Anderson Silva go from great to break his leg in the octagon. So
no, he has not beat Okada. He has not. That's the one thing that stayed consistent. That's something even I know as a layman to the New Japan. Like even last year, it was they built it up as, oh, he's never beat Okada, and you think it's gonna be the year, but Okada
even when he was in Chaos, when he was the junior champion and Okada was the world champion, they fought each other plenty of times and never beaten him. Yeah. Got close. Never beaten him. When he broke off from them and they wrestled at Wrestle Kingdom, Okada won that too.
Do you have Jay White holding the title all the way to Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes, absolutely.
And you got Ospreay versus Jay White.
That's not me being biased. Do I see Ospreay versus Jay White?
I don't
know.
I don't see that.
Okada is that dude too. Okada, they're trying to erase Kota Ibushi history. And what I see,
we gotta go back to this. Go back to the original episode of ETE when Ibushi started his shit.
They're trying to erase Kota Ibushi history because in 2019 and 2020, Kota Ibushi was your G1 Climax winner back to back. Okada won last year. This is this year now. Okada's in the finals.
Yeah, one way to erase Ibushi is getting rid of that goddamn title. I swear. I want to go back to the old one. Let's go back to the original IWGP title. I hate this new belt. Let's go back to the old.
You don't like the wings? You don't like the
I don't like. No. Again, I'm more like Ruben Studdard. I can fly without wings. I don't need to.
Talk to Tama Tonga about that.
But as the listener said, we have potential white guy main event at Wrestle Kingdom, first time ever. Which
that shit is crazy to me.
That's crazy. Even Kenny Omega couldn't even achieve white on white in New Japan. So
he got Japanese every time.
Yeah. Lost 50% of those times too, or tied. But man, that's a lot.
The fact of the matter is that they're not even American. You got a New Zealand and a Britain.
One day we'll have an America in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. I'm sure it's been.
That motherfucker better be black. That motherfucker better be black.
Well, going to your history of G1, which you can check on your SoundCloud, it's going to drop any day now, I believe.
You're looking at Friday or Saturday for me to be finished.
Yeah, any day now, Friday or Saturday, for him to finish the history of G1. You realize Hulk Hogan has done it, and it pisses me off every day. Closer you get to a black man winning the G1.
You can listen to that first. you can listen to that first initial, that first initial history. Before G1 was G1, it was a bunch of different tournaments and stuff like that. I cover all of that in the history of G1, episode 1. You can find out all that history right there. I'll drop everything else. See what I did? I will drop everything else on Friday or Saturday. I'll have everything done. This is from G1 Climax 1 that happened in 1991 all the way to 2022 because I have to know the results of tomorrow. to cover G1 Climax 32.
32. Sword to glory. Shout out to all the participants. Jonah, who I thought, had a really nice G1.
So it's interesting.
Win, but he had a great run.
It's interesting because if Lance Archer had defeated Okada in the A block, like to the winner of A block, then it would have been a triple threat match on night 2 with Archer, Okada, and Jonah. And whoever won that would have then went
That would have been a match.
But Jonah said something really interesting, and all of his losses that he took was either it was countouts. All the losses that he took was countouts. He was never pinned. He was never submitted.
He pinned Okada.
And he pinned Okada.
Future title shot for him probably in the future if Okada somehow
future title shot for Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
He beat Jay White.
So
clean. Middle of the ring. There is definitely a future title shot for Tama Tonga. This is what I'm telling you about. I know Jay White was gonna try to be the champ, but is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Could Tama Tonga finally win the big one and then go to Wrestle Kingdom anyway?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
The
way you dismissed it earlier, and the way I feel about Tama Tonga, I think it's a no. I don't think he goes to main event of Wrestle Kingdom. He's someone that's been there, a mainstay, but can't see it.
There's a lot of questions of everyone else who was in the G1. Phantasmo, having a fantastic G1, is now solidified himself in the heavyweight division. So no more him facing juniors unless it's in tag matches. So he's following that road. That's why he was eating cheeseburgers all of his interviews. He was trying to build bulk muscle. Then you have the questions of a Naito or Ishii. Is this their last G1? Could this be it for them? Is it especially for Ishii? Ishii
is 40-something, late 40s.
But the level of competition that he's had, I mean, Chase Owens beat him. And I'm taking nothing away from the crown jewel, but you lost to Chase Owens, my guy.
It's over.
Shout
out to David
Hanari, my nigga. Like, the fuck?
Shout out to David Finlay also. Led his block for the whole thing.
David Finlay beat Shigo Takagi, Juice Robinson, freaking, expect me, motherfucker. He said expect me, and we did.
Yeah, Shingo took some losses, man. That's my guy. He took some losses.
Some heavy losses.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. took heavy losses. Especially the Naito. Think about last year when he folded, or was it 2020? One year he folded Naito up like a pretzel and then cost him the whole G1 injury. And now he lost by a roll-up. And Naito was an asshole too.
We have breaking news. Ishii's age. Luchador with 45. Eric goes 46. And then Eric corrects himself. 46 this year. My bad. So, like Luchador said, he's 45. Thank you for all this breaking news on Ishii's age. I'm glad these two guys decided to look it up and go back and forth. 25, 46, 45. Oh, wait, they did that. Up. That's 1 month. Up. Not there yet. But
we love the chat, man. Yeah. Keep doing what y'all do down there.
Come every week and join the Lumber Chat. We open to everybody joining in and talking about everything. Even if you have to bring up something that, even if you're Manny who wants to dislike because we brought up Nick Aldis for one random reason. He won the NWA title one time.
I still gotta mention him because I don't know what's the state of him with NWA 74 looming around the corner. August 28th, August 27th and 28th. It's actually 2 nights, night 1, night 2. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, but we'll discuss that next week.
Next week on everything. I wish we did that. We should do that like Dragon Ball next time on Dragon Ball.
Next time on ET.
We just power up for one episode. That's what I want to do. Just full power up episode where it's just and then you're talking, and then I talk, and then next time.
This would be the perfect situation because G1 Climax is literally like this morning for me. Like I'll be up all night gonna watch that shit live, I need to know who wins the G1 Climax. So it'd be like the winner of the G1 Climax, 32.
Tama Tonga, no.
Nah, he's out, man. He's out.
Yeah, the way you dismissed him, it just made it seem like, nah, no chance. That was like me whenever I look at Goto having a wrestling match. It's over. It's over. Goto's not winning.
I wonder what Goto told his son now that he's not winning the G1 Climax. Remember in the beginning, he was like, my son told me to win the G1, and the G in G1 stands for Goto. I was like, you actually believed them. Like, the promos these guys cut in the beginning, you actually believe that they have a chance.
I'm assuming Goto's son was just like me, going, duh, you ain't winning. Oh, shit, you're Goto. I'm embarrassed to be the son of Goto. But that is all the show we have for you today. I think it was jam-packed. I hope we stayed entertaining. Eric, I'm happy we entertained you on your anniversary. I don't even know where El Luchador's going with the Stone-based Pitbull. He was like, I'm Stone Pitbull Network. I don't know where that's even at.
He's probably gonna be like one of those New Japan commentators that won't take no lip from nobody because he's a former wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh,
fighting with Thunder Liger or something on the sideline, or Makabe.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Makabe out there. Shut the hell up, or I'll smack your shit out you. Nah, man. So I know that you didn't watch it, but the matches to watch are the Okada Lance Archer match. You're gonna see the seriousness in Lance Archer that you've never seen before. And,
seriousness.
Yeah, like he didn't attack no young lions or nothing like that when he came out. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And it's like he's going against Okada. I was like, okay, that's okay. Definitely watch Jay White versus Tama Tonga start to finish. What's another one? The Tetsuya Naito, Zack Sabre Jr. for laughs, because that shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah. Zack Sabre Jr. another one. I thought, he was having a good tournament, but it just worked out.
Damn.
One day, Zach.
With a roll up, bro. Like it was one of those WWE roll ups.
Oh, he got him with the 24/7 win. Damn it! It's the way to go out.
Zack Sabre Jr. was incensed. Like, watch the meltdown, and then talking about a meltdown. Jay White's interview after the loss to Tama Tonga. I'll send it to you on Instagram. It sums it up perfectly.
I can see that fucking motherfucker. That's a fucking motherfucker. I can just see a bunch of motherfuckers when you throw it out.
Nah, Tangaloa's not in Japan right now. He's still injured. That's the motherfucking curse.
Yeah. That's what I saw. He was doing commentary, right? Somewhere on one of them.
Nah, I mean, like, he's rehabbing his knee injury, so hopefully we'll see him soon.
Jay White whole promo. Fuck!
Exactly.
All right. Well, that concludes the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For the real sharpshooter Jemal. Hope you guys have a great day. Look at the gunmanship. Look at the gunmanship. That is a trained soldier right there. If we were driving the Millennium Falcon, you're definitely the one shooting. I'll be the one driving. Manny, you could be my Chewie anytime.
So I'm the one making all the sense, and you're just going.
I can't even. Honestly, if I was really in a fight in a Millennium Falcon, I'm sitting in the back, buckled up, going, "Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, this is fucking crazy."
You're gonna be like,
blowing up his face seems like that would be a hell of a death.
Get it together, man.
Together, man. Shut the fuck up, leave me alone. The fucking TIE fighters coming out. The fucking TIE fighters.
Be over my shoulder. Shoot him!
Shoot him! We got one. Can we go into hyperspace, please? Please, can we get right hyperdrive on? All right. But yeah, see you guys later. Have a good day until we go into hyperspace. Deuces.
We're going to hyperspace.
All right. Goodbye. I don't